Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. So this is your weekly reading, and today I want to explore, why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? And so one of the questions I have is, do you ever meet people and you can just feel who they could become? And you stay for the version that you hold of their potential instead of the one in front of you. So it's like you connect to the potential instead of the reality. So that's what we're going to explore. And to explore this, I have called in the Peridot Color Mirror Spritzer, which I'm going to spray on my hands. Rub my hands with. Smell deeply. And then use it to fluff my aura, to inform my aura. So this spritzer connects us to the fourth dimension crystal heart, and it lights up the hearts of humanity with its crystalline energy, and it can also connect you to all the info that you need to be able to navigate your life purpose better and to live your best life if you want. So this particular spritzer is very cool because it reminds you that you're precious and unique. And this is also about claiming, this new version of your divine feminine power to create wealth and to lead others. So if you're going through depression and you're struggling with depression, this is a really good one for that too. Because it moves you through paralysis and stuckness. Sometimes we can't see what the solution is. And this one can really help you. So it opens up your higher heart to the ancient wisdom of the goddess, so that you can remember your mission and why you came here, and tap into the joy and the love of that mission. So we're weaving all of that into the energy of the reading. I also brought in my beautiful archangel or angel to guide us. So the question is, why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? And let's see what the Oracle has to say about that. Why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? I get the card of initiation. Suwasa suku atatukuti atiki uets akaru titi katu titi auetsi hara uchichi haya uchichi. There's something here in what's coming through that's around how we project both our light and our darkness in other people. And in this case, we're talking about potential. So we're projecting our potential on other people. So what you're seeing in the other person is like the broadcast of your potential. They're mirroring it for you mostly, and you're confusing that with love. So that's pretty easy to do. That's nothing major. But it's like the relationship should be initiation into your potential, and it becomes an initiation into the other person's potential. And that becomes the core of the relationship, as opposed to just a mirror for you to see your own potential being projected. You know how sometimes you look at people and you really want to be them? There's this person I know who's in my community right now, and she is the most bright person I know. She shines so brightly and she's so beautiful, and I look at her and I feel so envious, and I see all this light, and on some level what it's telling me is that is available to me. So I feel like these relationships, they are trampolines to your own potential, which is why the card of initiation comes through. Like you're being initiated into the next level of your potential. I wonder what would happen if you were to consider this person not as a love interest, but as your own like cinema screen of who you could be and what you could be, and see it as an initiation. So this person is going to be holding this screen for you, so you could initiate yourself into your potential, and at the same time you could initiate them if they were open to it, because they're holding that mirror for you. So on some level, there's soul resonance there. The fact that you can see it in them means that you can just see it in yourself. It's like you're projecting what you're not able to see in yourself, right? So if you were to see that this potential is yours to claim and to embody, and see that the relationship is this initiation into your potential, what would that change? Sa'awa sakashu eyuate atakashi uateka ianakashi shushu I atakaki. The interesting thing also is that it could be that the only purpose, as I said, of this relationship is to trigger this initiation, is to allow this potential, which is energy that's kind of in like a certain form, to materialize and to manifest and to take form in a way that actually you understand. So as you're projecting on your potential to this person, so you're connected to what you think is their potential, it's actually yours that you're seeing, right? And it gives you an understanding so much better of what that potential is and how you can use it. So it's beautiful. There's no other way to say that. See if the cards will tell us a little bit more. So why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? We have the card of faith, and look at the same colors. We're back in the purple colors. Purple is about grief, often. That's one of the aspects of it, lilac, purple. So we have a lot of purple. So there's definitely an underlining current of grief for the whole collective, because it's coming in so strongly. We have 3, communication, and 4, chronic problems. So I guess this is a chronic problem for a lot of people in terms of our communication. The fact that the best way to actually see and understand yourself is through relationships. So through relating to something, someone, somewhere. And not seeing that tool for what it is. Like, we confuse that tool often for love, because there is that soul resonance, that soul recognition, and it kind of lights something up within us. But what if these relationships are just relationships to initiate ourselves into deeper potential, deeper possibility, deeper genius, deeper many things? The fact that we have the card of faith, that means that we don't know, we don't understand, and we're not shown the whole picture. Remember, you're only shown your next step. What if you looked at this relationship, that is an initiation into a greater, bigger, more expanded version of yourself, as also a way for you to expand your faith. Big faith piece is always, that it's deep, this deep inner belief that the world is working in your favor and for you. That is the big piece, that everything that happens, failure isn't a mistake, it's learning. Rejection isn't, a heartbreak, it's a redirection, a protection. So that level of faith, if you expand that into everything that you do, you can expand it to this, you're attracting people into your life, whether it's for love or not, so that you can expand and grow as a human being, and you can fully tap into who you are and all the potential that's dormant, all the soul templates that are dormant, all the energy that is waiting to be activated. And often we are activated by people, situations, circumstances that are external to us. There is a timeline around this, which is sometimes certain of these, what I call soul templates or soul technologies that are dormant, are activated by, a certain age or something like that, or like moments, rites of passages, right? But then a lot of people hold pieces for us, will have like this ability to activate us. And so for me, the big faith piece here is that we don't know when that is, and we have to trust deeply that this is for our highest good. I think part of the issue that we have is that because we don't understand this whole dynamic, we stay in relationships way too long. And we could probably have ended a lot of them before, right? So, you know, if you understand this deeper process, relational process, I think it's much more empowering. So, you know, they always say that I think relationships are for a day, a season, or I can't remember, cycle. I can't remember what the exact expression is. But, you know, maybe some of these that are just there for like a specific activation of your potential, they don't need to last that long. You know, if you're seeing potential, maybe that's all they come to do, to activate your potential and show you where your potential is and where you're limiting yourself and allowing yourself to play small. You know, and being small doesn't help anybody, by the way. Let's pull a third card to get more information about this. Why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? Well, we get the card, once again, lots of purple, purpley pink, good fortune, luck, and miracles. So I think if for a lot of you, what I would say to you is, if you understand this dynamic that's playing out, look at where it leads to. You know, I feel like we are so versed in rehearsing heartbreak, like it's such a learned pattern. It's like this groove that we keep moving down. You know, you assume it's going to be another heartbreak. You assume it's going to be another. What if you take a step back and say, actually, this is not what most relationships are about. I mean, there is a base of love, of course, and we all want love, and I really wish love, the most beautiful love for all of you. That's not what it's about. But sometimes these relationships are you know, they're not meant to be those types of relationships. They can be very strong, very quick, and very moving on. And they're just there to ignite a part of you. That's what it feels like ignition. You're being ignited by a relationship. I always tell my kids that you don't need to sleep with everybody you go out with. Like, you don't need to have sex with everybody you go out with. And I would extend that to this reading. You don't need to have a relationship with everybody you're attracted to or everybody you kiss, or, you know, sometimes it's just like that ignition point that's like an initiation into a bigger, grander version. And it doesn't require necessarily intimacy to do that. What I would say is it requires awareness, understanding, and that's the mirror part, right? The screen part. And then look at what it leads to. Good luck, fortune, like wishes come true. This is the wish come true card. Card is all about who you become, who you're becoming, how you can expand, how your energies can be more magnetic, and how they can pull things to you as a result of that, right? Because a dynamic, wild energy field will bring in synchronicity, serendipity, luck. You know, luck means that you're attracting the world to yourself, that you're magnetic and open enough for the world to come to you. So I feel like if you can really allow these relationships to ignite your potential and know that it's happening for your higher good, it's like suddenly you have such a bigger access of who you are, you know, and reciprocity, which is what we're all wanting in relationships, in relating. And this also speaks of like alignment and blessings and things coming into your life, as long as you can maintain really clear boundaries, but also a curious open field, right? What if you entered this relationship where you see so much potential with like, okay, well, you know, and it's not something selfish, like you're not going to enter now and go, okay, well, where's my potential? What you're thinking is, oh, I see this person's potential. That means that it's available to me. It's available to us because we're mirroring each other. So if this person ignites me, I can ignite them back. It's the reciprocity here that's really, really important. aAwaAh shi'asi anaka'u atakaku. I'll bring in some tea leaf to see if there's any more information that we can receive. Why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? We have a month card come out. Let's see. February. So whatever started in February, whoever you met in February, there's a big piece for you there. And it might take you all the way until next year. And this also might concern people who were born in February. or who resonates really with February, maybe Valentine's Day, I don't know. So that it feels like a whole year thing. So it was seeded in this February and it will go all the way through to next year, February. So it feels like a Chinese New Year, right? Okay, and let's give me a couple more. Why do I keep choosing potential instead of reality? And remember that you have free will. I want to say this because it's not because somebody can ignite you and you can ignite them that will have to be the case. Like, you have free will. Do you want to be chosen? Do you want to be ignited? Do you want this to be an initiation or not? You have the choice. I think when initiation is presented to you, usually you don't have a choice, in the sense that you would shrink if you didn't do it energetically. And so the initiation allows you to step into a bigger, more expanded version of yourself. But you might find that the person across from you won't be able to be initiated, or you'll initiate them and then they'll fall away because the deal is complete, like the exchange is complete, and and then both of you are moving on to something. So it feels like these moments of potential, people stay in them too long and misunderstand what they're really about and what they're for. Okay, so we have the card of the older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. So for some of you, it could be a father wound that's being healed. And for other of you, you might meet an older man, or you might end a relationship with an older man, or there might be some kind of a teacher in the form that holds an interesting template of the masculine, the divine masculine, that you might need to work with and look at. That's one other aspect. And let's get just one more card. Okay, one more information about why do you keep choosing potential instead of reality. Oh, we have a whole bunch. Let's see if we want to keep them all. This one fell first. Well, we have protection from a powerful friend. So this points to me, I have the angel, the archangel here. So you have a support team, a powerful support team around you. And you might have a dog around you too, who could be like a powerful spiritual ally. And the other two that I will share is we have flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover. So this could just be the result of this, like expecting the relationship to be more than what it's supposed to be. Something to think about. And then we have the money path. So a path of money is waiting for you to find it. So, and this ties back down to this card, right? Good fortune, luck, and miracles, and abundance, of course. It's like when you stop, I think, breaking your own heart by choosing relationships and misunderstanding what the relationships are about, then suddenly your heart can be used for other purposes, which is to manifest just a more abundant life, and in this case, money. So, as usual, I hope this helps. One of the things I'm really very keen on offering people is ways to update their internal relational templates. So we have these soul templates that keep repeating the same patterns. And so the course, the TaA GeE aAwaAh course is exactly about that, helping you to update your relational pattern so that you stop repeating these same things and you can step up in your self-authority. So if that's interesting, you're interested in that, I'll put the course link in the description below, and I'm wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful week. Namaste.